Hi guys, back again with another House of the Dragon reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to Season 2, Episode 3. I believe it is called The Burning Mill. So let's just get into it.
This is our land.
I'm glad we're getting a little of this legendary beef between the Brackens and the Blackwoods. So I guess we have not squashed the beef. That's a nice kind of budget saver right there. Just cutting from two guys arguing to a bunch of dead bodies in a field, and you don't have to bother doing anything with the actual battle.
Soon they will not even remember what it was that began the war in the...
That is easy enough. They usurped my throne.
That is one answer. Or was it when the child was beheaded? Or when Aemond killed Luke? Or when Luke took Aemond's eye?
Bars.
We teeter now at the point where none of it will matter.
Your Lord Uncle Ormond marches from Old Town at the head of a great host, Your Grace. And your brother Darren.
Another Darren mention,
Call on them to suppress their
which is apparently pronounced Darren, so great, now I have to get used to that.
I'm sorry to put this upon you. I need you to be the mother to them that I cannot. Teach them, train them.
Oh wait, that is too much.
And my sister? I promise to make you happy. But I ask you, make this sacrifice willingly, for all of us. Your Grace.
It sucks. Took him that long to notice the dragon. Come on. Very cool set design here. Imagine trying to find someone in Harrenhal. That would be very, very difficult. I feel like the scene is taking a weirdly long time.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
Apparently so.
Very, I declare bankruptcy.
I declare bankruptcy!
I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, pledge fealty to Rhaenyra of House Targaryen, first of her name.
Queen.
I swear this by the old gods and the new. If you've not yet surmised, you are welcome.
And what of your lord, Larys Strong, he who sits at the false court of Aegon?
Larys Clubfoot is no lord of mine. He's a scourge upon this castle and this family.
He's not wrong.
Larys Strong here, my prince.
Your Grace.
Forgive me,
Sneaky MFer.
I'd only assumed that as consort.
And we are reminded of the perilousness of assumption.
The answer to that is lost in time. Sin begets sin.
How on theme for what Rhaenys just said.
3 long months on the road to find my Lord Father, who served 3 kings faithfully, unseated as hand of the king. And by a man from such modest beginnings.
Don't be rude.
I thank your grace for her prayers, and request that she grant her favor, that her Lord Commander may go into battle with her blessings.
No.
In his heart.
I bade farewell to Rhaena before I returned.
I like the blocking of the scene, putting Rhaenys like just standing on a box. I like that.
I would fight 100 battles before.
I'm glad that they're giving Baela and Rhaena more attention this season, but I'm sad that they're getting such a terrible end of the stick.
I feel sad about Jaehaerys. But I ought not to, I think. People die all the time. Especially babes. They're so little, so they're taken.
Sadness is a condition of motherhood.
There's naught to be gained from it. That horrid procession where the small folk all stared at me. I warrant they thought I had no more. Surely they lose their babes more than
Oh, I love you, Helena, so much. You're so sweet.
By his hair.
Yeah, because I'm their half-brother, you fuckwits.
All right.
Yeah, I'll tell you who else doesn't have silver hair. The rightful heir to the Iron Throne, my nephew, Prince Jacaerys Velaryon.
Oh boy.
Here's your other nephew.
I came here as a lad. It's...
Oh, is he gonna run into... Is he gonna run into Aemond here? Maybe?
I know. That's you. Her name is,
Oh, he is, isn't he? Oh.
Did you fuck her like a hound?
You're asking to get your ass kicked, dude.
A buddy of mine saw Kylo Ren take his shirt off in the shower, and he said that Kylo Ren had an 8-pack. That Kylo Ren was shredded.
What? Oh my god, don't be so mean! I can't. This is the worst. I feel so sad.
If it soothes your brow, Cole, we will rendezvous with your army at first light. Or if their wine is good...
Uh-oh, something's coming.
We're exposed.
What?
Oh, is it Aemond? Oh, it's... I was not expecting, it to be Bela. Shit just got real. Call back to their OG prayers together.
You must go before you are discovered. There's been a mistake. There's been no mistake. Please. You can prevent this, Alicent. A terrible war is looming. And even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss.
Do not let your pride blind you.
There's been no mistake. My father has gone from court. Collie's on the
I really don't like this idea that Alicent is single-handedly responsible for the Dance of the Dragons. Okay. Okay, so that is a wrap on Season 2, Episode 3 of House of the Dragon. I actually really liked this episode up until the very end, because of course, I don't even know what, so literally we're supposed to take it as if Alicent is entirely responsible for the Dance of the Dragons because she misunderstood what Viserys said when he was dying. Like, I just don't accept that as a possibility. It's just too absurd. Yeah, overall, I mean, like I said, I enjoyed a lot of this episode until the very end. I like the whole, the Brackens and the Blackwoods doing what they do and basically starting the war between themselves. Really getting that ball rolling on the dance. I like seeing Sir Criston kind of embrace his role. And I also liked, obviously it was kind of a small nod, but the difference between him and Gwaine, like seeing how valuable it is to have someone who is actually experienced in battle and knows what they're doing, that really saved their behinds when Bela spotted them. I'm interested to see Rhaena, what she does in the Vale. I'm interested to see the Vale. I'm interested to see Jane Eyre, but I like that she's at least getting something to do, even if it's not the ideal thing for her to be doing at the moment. Helena, adorable, precious, too good for this world. I hate that Aegon is getting played by Larys so easily. And I hate that he's like, I don't know, had like a week of sadness about Jaehaerys and is back to being his old terrible self. Obviously, I felt terrible for Aemond. Ewan slayed that scene, though. Daemon's weird kind of dream hallucination sequence was cool, and obviously I like seeing Alice being all creepy and telling Daemon he's gonna die. Honestly, and I do appreciate that they brought Alicent and Rhaenyra back together, generally, but like, it's so absurd to think that They're basically in the Westerosi equivalent of the Vatican, and there's like no one else around, and nobody is suspicious. This is the easiest way for them to be meeting each other. It's just a little hard. It stretches the bounds of the imagination, I guess is the right way to say it. But yeah, and then they end with Rhaenyra telling Alicent that she got it wrong, and Alicent says no, she didn't get it wrong. And I'm just a little perturbed, again, to think that this entire succession crisis, this complete clusterfuck that Jaehaerys created and Viserys created, somehow it all comes down to Alicent misunderstanding something and then causing the entire war. I'm obviously not about that life at all. So yeah, that is not the vibe that we're going for here in this world. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on that one for now. Maybe I'll have more thoughts about it later, but I'm just very frustrated at the ending of that episode. Okay. So if you're interested in more content like this, I'm going to be obviously covering the rest of House of the Dragon Season 2. So like and subscribe.